The end is upon us. Hey everybody, welcome back to Maximum Unboxing, and today we got a Maximum Kickstarter going. This is Warpo's Toys Cthulhu Legends, I want to call it. It might be different, I'll have to check the toys when it comes in. But this may turn into a Maximum rant just because there were a few things about the production of these figures that I wasn't super excited about, but at the same time I couldn't pass these up. So we'll dive in, see what's up. First of all, it came in a big box, but then was in a mini box, so I'm actually going to see what's in the big box real quick, because I think there was a thank you certificate. Yep. Thank you for backing us, Warpo. And there was a cool... Oh! It's all the names. All those little dots are all the names of people who backed it. I'll have to find my name later. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Neat. Okay, so jumping right into the figures, let's check them out. Now, one problem is you always hear me talk about packaging on Maximum Unboxing just because I don't want anything to get damaged. And kind of cramming them into a little box like this wasn't, in my opinion, the smartest move, but we'll see how they ended up turning out because already one of them looks pretty bent. So if it's bad, I'll have to actually talk to them about it. So the first one we got it's Legends of Cthulhu, so not Cthulhu Legends. It's actually the deep one. And each one of these came with a really cool stamp that you backed the Kickstarter. So that was one thing that was really, really neat about this. And the back was always really cool because it has a list of all the different figures. And actually, if you because they did hit a lot of stretch goals, if you ended up backing a lot of the stretch goals, you'd get variants of other characters. And I'll be showing those because I did get the backups. So yeah, the deep one is really, really neat. I'll put that off to the side. Next begins one of my gripes with this set, which was the fact that the exclusive variants came in bags instead of packages. So just because, I don't know, that was something that bothered me. It was just a little thing that I found kind of weird because these were the ones that you'd want to actually be in the really cool blister packaging, in my opinion. And as you can see, the cultist in the standard version is wearing a red cloak, where the cultist in the variant is wearing a black. He was basically the cultist leader, the cultist high priest, instead of just the cultist. So, yeah. But still, with all of these, the quality is extremely good, as usual. The deep one was probably one of the ones I was the most excited about, just because of how interesting it looked. But, yeah, both are looking pretty good. Like I said, it's just kind of weird to have one in a bag, one in a blister. That was just one of my small gripes. Next up is the Professor, who was kind of this archaeologist guy. He was basically checking out the Legends of Cthulhu and ends up finding this world, this big crazy world. Once again, the stamp is beautiful, by the way. I never got to mention that it's really cool. And it's a shame that these don't have a stamp. I'm pretty sure they were a Kickstarter exclusive, but nonetheless, it would have been kind of neat to just have that right there. But that's just my opinion. And actually, they weren't able to kickstart enough to actually turn this guy into H.P. Lovecraft, which would have been really neat, but, you know, give or take, it's not too bad. So yeah, that one turned out really cool. Moving on. That one actually doesn't stand up as well as the deep one, but that's fine. Next up is the cultist. Okay. They ended up dodging one of my bigger gripes. When I talked to them at the very beginning of the Kickstarter, I couldn't figure out if the variants ended up replacing the other ones. Because, you know, my biggest complaint was if I got the variant, and that's really cool because they're never going to have this again. But now I don't have the full collection. I end up having, you know, I have the Professor, the deep one, and then a bagged, high priest, and then a bagged, jumping on to the next one, Spawn of Cthulhu, which is a clear, like, newly summoned mini Cthulhu. It was a conjured Cthulhu, a Spawn of Cthulhu. And just my gripe with this was just that, you know, it'd be so lame to, like, just basically have two bags, because then you don't feel like you have the full collection. But they end up not being nice enough to actually give us the full set and then the stretch goal variants, which is pretty neat. So like I said, the High Priestess, the regular version ends up coming with all the accessories and then is in a red cloak. And finally, the one I was most excited about, and the reason I had my biggest gripe with only getting the variants, not the standards, is because the Conjure Cthulhu is really cool, but what you end up losing out on is all the detail that comes with the standard Cthulhu spawn. Like, if you get a look at it, the detail on it was really fantastic. There's fantastic detail on all of them, but there was something about the spawn of Cthulhu that was just really, really nice. So, I'm actually really pleased with this. I was worried it coming that, I wasn't going to be getting all of them. I was going to only be getting, like, the variants and then the standards, but we ended up getting all of them, which made this a really, really cool set. I know that they are, because this was so successful, coming out with a set of them online. They just won't come with the cool Kickstarter exclusive seal. But yeah, all in all, this is a really fantastic project. It is over, sadly, obviously, because it's right here. But check Warpo. I know they're going to be putting them up real soon, but I hope you enjoyed all of this. I got a really big kick out of these. These are really cool in a nostalgia sort of way. So yeah, I'd recommend checking them out. Go to Warpo. I'll leave some links in the description and check them out. This is Maximum Unboxing, and I'll see you later.